he pleases because Allah do what he will. Be occupied and absorbed in God. A servant should not complain. Allah do what he will. Agreeing to his will. Desire only what God desire. Do not be angry. To be angry oppose God's decree. No desire and passion because God has chosen for you. He want you to be content with nothing except him because he want you to only desire him and only attach your heart to him. It will be neither more nor less than as God wishes. Why then make wishes yourselves? Since thou hast not access to the kingdom of God, it shall not be as thou wilt. What wilt thou then? What should I tell my master? He sees how I am. Since he clearly sees how I am, what should I say? He knows better than I what should be done. What should I ask him? God know what is best for you. Since God sees thee constantly day and night, be of good cheer, smile while thou burn, like a candle. Do not breathe a single breath without thanking him. Breathe not a single breath in forgetfulness. Strive all thou canst to thank him. The acute thinker knows that what he does is well. It is thou who namest some things evil and some good. Otherwise all that comes from him is pure kindness. Evil comes not into existence from him. How can evil subsist with Godhead? Only the foolish and ignorant do evil. The doer of good himself does no evil. If he gives poison, deem it sweet. If he shows wrath, deem it mercy. Good as the cupping glass our mothers apply to us, and good too the dates they give. For both through selflessness and self thou shalt put behind thee a world filled with evil, and in place of every evil on the secret way thou shalt find a whole world of goodness. Rejoice in whatever he gives thee, and if he give thee nothing still be of good cheer and free from care. Thou shouldst not refuse whatever comes from thence. If it is evil thou shouldst not complain. Neither rejoice if thou inhabit a fine abode, nor be sad if thou dwell in a ruin. For thou shalt remain neither sad nor joyful. Both joy and sadness will pass like the wind. When the divine mysteries were unveiled to the Prophet Muhammad, because of what he had seen he said, Thou art what thou wilt. When the angel asked Abraham who was thrown into the fire whether he need the help of the angel, Abraham replied, I wish nothing of thee, for thou art not the friend. For if I ask of another than he, I shall be a stranger to his court. I am completely detached from self. Believe this of me. Let God do what he pleases. He who from earth can create the body, and make the wind the register of speech, the giver of reason, the inspirer of hearts, who calls forth the soul, the creator of causes, generation and corruption, all is his work. He is the source of all creation, and the place to which it returns all comes from him and all returns to him. Good and evil all proceeds to him. He creates the free will of the good and of the wicked. He is the author of the soul, the originator of wisdom. So great have the angel found Abraham's love for God that fire is cold by comparison with its warmth. Free from all care and anxiety. Be of good heart and do not worry. It is impossible to evade the sentence passed in eternity without beginning. What will become of the plans that men have made, for their predestined fate is contrary to their will. Look always at the point of the first decree. Do not be squint-eyed in thy looking. Since his work is not like thine, if a rose blooms it will become a thorn for thee. Since whoever found himself in duality was a polytheist, my calamity was I-ness and thou-ness. When the duality is entirely gone, this will and that will be one. You only desire what God desire. When the lover puts himself to the proof, he wins his eternal beloved. Rise manfully above self-interest. Make it your practice to whiten your heart or to purify your heart. If thou wilt have the courage to change thy heart, the sun of thy love will revolve around the heavens. If thy heart will not guide thee, how then wilt thou find the way in thy bodily frame? For if it is possible to reach the end of the journey, know of a certainty that one can do so only through the soul. Construct a place of regiment within the monastery of thy heart and build from this retreat a road that will lead thee to God. You will not reach his path but by his grace. The high road by which thy spirit and prayers can travel towards God lies in the polishing of the mirror of the heart. The mirror of the heart becomes not free from the rust of infidelity and hypocrisy by opposition and hostility. The burnisher of the mirror is your steadfast faith. Again, what is it? It is the unsullied purity of your religion. Thou canst better see thy image in the mirror of thy heart than in thy clay. Break loose from the chain thou hast fettered thyself with, for thou wilt be free when thou hast got clear from thy clay. Since clay is dark and heart is bright, thy clay is a dustbin and thy heart a rose garden. Whatever increases the brightness of thy heart brings nearer God's manifestation of himself to thee. Moses put a question to God, saying, O knower without peer or equal, which of thy creatures, whether friend or foe, is poorest and most needful of thee? God answered, It is he that has forfeited our blessings and has rejected what we have allotted him. He that clamors against his lot is in constant torment day and night. Kisra's advice. Thus said Kisra to Barbad, If thou wouldst be without sorrow, expel envy from thy heart, and thou shalt be happy. Be content with God, and thou shalt be free. He that is perfectly content, cannot, being already content, ask for contentment. If thou art content with us, what dost thou ask? And if thou art not content, why call thyself so? Resign thyself, be patient, sit quietly and make no outcry. Why entertain vain thoughts? Do not argue or agitate thyself. God is wholly independent of me and thee in his plans. What matters infidelity or faith to his independence? What matters that or this to his perfection? Know that God exists in real existence, in pursuance of his decree and just designs. What, to his mercy, matters opposition or help? The world of evil and of good proceeds not except from him and to him, nay, is himself.